Good evening, everyone. So delighted to have you all back. Have you ever thought about why, especially women, go about postponing things by saying, I'm a perfectionist. I will wait for the right time and the right place to do that thing. I don't do anything less than perfect. Guess what? I was one of them. And I was saying this every time I'm about to do something big. And I just give myself a little extension, in there. I'm going to tell you tonight about the what does saying I'm a perfectionist, what does it tell you about you? And you are going to be surprised at what it hides in terms of how we feel about our goals, about jumping to a new opportunity, about doing something different. And you're going to be surprised. So, are you up for doing this? So, let's see who is in here with me tonight. Let's see who is in here ready to take this discussion to the next level up. Suad Wahid is here. Good evening, Suad. Zainab Ahmed is here. Yes, 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 yes. And then Rawan Al Nafisa. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I think I am correctly. And tonight I'm going to talk about something especially pertinent, and it's near and dear to my heart because I was there. I was doing this to myself every time. Are you ready for this? So tell me, yes, yes, that's me. If every time you are asked to do something, or you are about to do to start a project, or you are asked to commit to a close deadline for a project, and you say, you know what, I need more time because I'm a perfectionist, I don't want to submit anything less than perfect. A show of hand, tell me yes if this is you. The salams from Florida are here, so hello. Have you ever used the word perfectionist? I'm a perfectionist. I'm a perfectionist. So we have yep in here. Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Janine. Thank you, everyone. Amazing. I'm a perfectionist. Well, well, well. It's me. It's me. Let me tell you about you, ladies, in here. Well, I was surprised. So if you are in here to understand what is behind I am a perfectionist, I think the second part of the title in our video tonight explains it all. I'm a perfectionist. Uh, I'm not going to do this today or tonight. I cannot commit to this now. I need a little more time to do XYZ. Well, I'm scared. That's what I'm a perfectionist is telling us about ourselves. And, I, for one, I was really sure. I say, oh my. First of all, let's get back to a place where, remember how I tell you every time the voice comes up with a statement or a reason or something. Stop and think. Is this something that I chose to believe, or is this something, I picked up along the way? So I'm a perfectionist. So a lot of women, very distinctly, the research is very clear. Not a lot of men use it. Not a lot of men use it, but a lot of women do use it. What is it coming from? Suad, sadly, and especially in the Arab world, we think first about what others would think about us and our ideas and our actions. True, true. We are going to see there is a fear. So when we said I'm a perfectionist, I'm a perfect, and a lot of women take a pride in saying I'm a perfectionist. We somehow gotten into the thinking, into believing that glorifying the hard work, glorifying, celebrating, that we go beyond, that we push ourselves beyond what we can uh, bear, is something to be celebrated. We are working along the along the same office as a male colleague. No disrespect to the male friends and colleagues who are in here, but men have no qualms submitting a first draft of a project, and along the way they want to improve on it. But women, they stay there, and unless they are 1 million the 1 million% sure that they're gonna hit the target, they don't take risk. Women are risk takers, but there is a lot of fear connected with it. Let's see in here. Level of perfection is different with different people. Okay, I get you. We live by the standards of others. Very true. Very true. Perfection can also be called contentment. Interesting. I never thought of it this way. Let's see. Let's see, because I want to identify you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Hmm. Let's see. Ziba is the level of perfection also keeps changing with time and circumstances. Absolutely, yes. We live by the standards of others. Very true. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. Keep your comments coming. Keep your comments coming. So, as I said, I was there, and I'm going to, and it, how does it feel? How does it feel to be in there? And then you are waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for the opportunity to come, and you see others moving and up and up, and then in our mind we are waiting for exactly the 100% Zainab Ahmed, because they want to beat men and prove that they can. Yes, we've been in the area of validation a lot. Like for some time, we've been, especially our generation, we've been brought up in the context. Oh, you need to prove yourself. You're gonna need to prove yourself. You're gonna exceed if you wanna. Some women, I'm sure, who are kind of watching this right now, or even in the replay. Please feel free to share with us your thoughts. They even distinctly remember that staying at school or continuing their education is going to be contingent, or if you like, connected with performing really, really well, proving themselves at school, proving that their grades are better than their brothers or their cousins, and so on, to be able to stay at school. I distinctly remember, and I have examples of women who had to do that. You have to exceed the bar, so as and from there we created this expectation of exceeding the bar so as to deserve what you deserve. Share with me. Perfection is a long, long wait, waiting forever. I want to identify who said this. Ziba. Let's see. Let's see. Who said this? Who said perfection is a long, long wait, waiting forever? Absolutely. Absolutely. So now we are stuck with a system. So, first of all, can you connect with the idea that I'm a perfectionist is not necessarily something I chose to live by. It's not a value or a rule or a principle I chose to live by. Who can, and I'm curious, I'm curious, please feel free to share your thoughts with me. Who uses this excuse or this statement, I'm a perfectionist, by choice, and not because in the collective mind, it's something to be celebrated. Nada Sadar, seeking an ideal and perfection is a vicious circle as there is no perfection. Yes, 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 we are getting there. We are getting there. We are getting there. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Okay, what else? Rima Al Malak. Thank you so much. Thank you, my friend. Dr. Hind, good evening. Muhammad Ibrahim is here. Hello, hello. What do you think of perfection, Muhammad Ibrahim? Do you use it as I think? Our gentleman who is in here in the group, do you use I'm a perfectionist, I'm not going to do this, or I'm going to postpone this? Do you use this excuse, so to speak, to postpone something? Muhammad Ibrahim. Nada, coming from me who love to be perfect. I love it, Nada. I love it. Thank you so much. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Now, listen, I think you ladies and gentlemen guessed it right. I meet with a lot of women. And, the idea that they are crippled by what if I fail? What if I don't make it? What if people, as Suad said, rightly said, what if, I'm not approved of? What if my idea is not validated? What if the project I submitted doesn't get the approval? You know, women get affected by validation or by the approval, the check from the boss, from society, from loved ones, even loved ones, can be very, very, very tricky. Zainab, we use it from time to time, yes. And what I'm a perfectionist, as I said, tells us is really, really indicating a level of fear. So I would like you to think, is this, so again, always when we have a statement coming into our head, remember I always talk about paradigms and how they run our life, and they are insidious. You don't feel, you don't consciously get it that this is not me who chose to say, I'm a perfection. I was repeating it for years. I remember when I was at university, I was doing it for years, and it's year in, year out, day in, day out, month in, month out, and I was hovering in the same spot, around the same spot. And it wasn't until I asked myself, I challenged myself with the question, is it true? Is it true? Do I want really to be perfectionist? And I realized it was something I picked up from the family. It's something I picked up from sisters. It's something I picked up, and behind it was all my fears and my worries and my indecision and my doubts, self doubts, and so on. And it wasn't until I challenged the statement with, is it true? Is it true that I am a perfectionist? Is it true that I want to represent myself as a perfectionist? Is it true that I am going to harness this power in me that wants to seek self expression, that wants to try things, that wants to fall? And when I accepted that it's okay if I fail, it's okay if I try and fall flat on my face, the only thing, I'm going to pick myself up and do it again. If the project is not appreciated, if the project is not accepted from the first go, it's okay. And I accepted it if I present my services to people that I know can help them, and they are not in a state of or level of consciousness where they can accept the help. It's okay. So now it's okay because everyone is at their own level of awareness, their own journey. Each person has his or her own journey, and it's okay if we don't get a yes. I let go of the approval. The only approval I need is that I'm doing something I love. Let's see, we have very, very, very good answers and very good contributions coming in here. I think the best law my life can follow, even if my whole life is an attempt to reach perfection. I never consider it a loss. Okay, amazing. um, uh, Being perfectionist, Amani and Musa. Good evening, Amani. Amani and Musa, being perfectionist prevents me sometimes from celebrating my achievements. I see you, I hear you, Amani, and I get you because, as I said, I was there. A perfect person will keep moving no matter what. This person knows no barrier or fear. Everything lies beyond fear. I love it. And I think we posted the Joseph Campbell, who says, the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you desire. Listen, guys, everything is on the other side of fear. My mentor Bob Proctor says faith and fear are both emotions. They are both things you cannot see, you cannot prove, and it's a choice. You decide the way of fear or the way of faith. Now, I'm going to Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill and how he identifies the six ghosts of fear, and we are going to see I am a perfectionist is among the six ghosts of fear. The six ghosts of fear are, as Napoleon Hill says, Zainab, to be honest, it's prevent us from achieving and enjoy making mistakes. Absolutely, until you reach the results. Amazing. I love it. Listen to this. The six basic fears. Of course, if you've been with me in the group, we talked about the six ghosts of fear. And seeking perfection is always an excuse or fear. Now let's recap. What are the six basic fears that Napoleon Hill since the 1920s talked about? The fear of what? What are we? You say, what am I afraid of? When I say I'm a perfectionist, I'm not afraid. What am I afraid of? So let's put the six ghosts of fear. Do you know them? Do you know them? From Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill talks about the six ghosts of fear. Okay, here they come. Fear of failure. Okay, what else? The biggest, what do you think is the biggest fear of all? There are, okay, so we have the acceptance, we have the failure. Okay, keep going, come on in, come on in. What else? What other fears are you? The fear of not having enough. Okay, we are getting there because that's the fear of poverty, the fear of death. Absolutely, yes, you are so good. So, fear of success, a lot of yes, yes, yes. Good job, good job. The fear of what else? There is one more. There's one more, especially for women. The little wrinkles. What is it? No answer. Fear of fun. Fun. That's poverty. Being perfectionist. Amani Musa says there are six basic fears in the human mind. What are they? I think you mentioned most of them. Ruwa Krimi Shura, good evening. Awatif Adalat joined us. Good evening. Humiliation. Yes, humiliation. Okay, let's reorganize all of the answers that you amazing people have come up with. Right, okay. So Napoleon Hill said, sums up all of these six fears. The biggest fear of all fears. Yes, Janine, very good. This is a good student. The fear of old age, the fear of old age, fear of commitment to family. I love it. Aging. Zainab Ahmed says, yes, yes, yes. Mm, wrinkles. Zainab Ahmed, wrinkles. Yes. Okay, listen. Fear of poverty comes as at the top. It's the number one. The fear of poverty, the fear of criticism. So those who answered the humiliation, the acceptance, it's all there. There is the fear of ill health. Okay, that's the third one. The fear of loss of the love of somebody. So this is very, 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 very strong. The fear of losing the love of an important person in your life. For example, you want your freedom, you want your financial freedom, for example. But let's say your husband says, we are well off. Really, you don't need to work. Outside, you have everything. But the woman, wants her own financial freedom. She wants to have her own money. So for her, sometimes she says, I'm a perfectionist, and if I go to work, I'm gonna have to devote, my entire time to work. So as I give it my best, and so on and so forth. And there, you have an excuse. You have, the fear of losing the love of somebody she respects, she considers, she loves, as an excuse. So what did we say? The fear of poverty, the fear of criticism. You know, most of the time we say, "What will people say about me? What will people say about me? Oh my God! If I fail, if I travel and try something new in a different country, then I fail. Uh, People are going to judge me. They're going to say, people will, they say, she failed at the end of the day. So we are kind of all the time thinking about these things. So the fear of ill health, the fear of loss of the love of somebody, someone, the fear of old age, as Zainab and Janine and so on said, and the last one we have Atif Hajar, and the fear of not fitting in. I love it. It's the fear of fitting in, if you like, the workplace culture. It's the fear of not fitting in the family. Like some people don't want to be rich because they will be the odd man out, the odd one out. People say, oh, she became rich and now she doesn't have time anymore for anyone. She doesn't even have time for her children, and there's a lot of that in there. So these are the fears. These are the fears. So long story short, ladies, as women, we there is embedded in us the need for certainty. A lot of women need the certainty. They want everything black or white. And we all know that this is not always possible. This is not always possible. When you start something new, you start the first step, it's not going to be perfect. It's going to be messy, but still it's the first step. And if the truth is, if you keep walking, it's going to get better and better and better and better. You see what I mean? Until you hit your goal, or you make that project really work well, or you achieve that goal that you have set for yourself. If you don't try, it's not going to happen. That's for sure. Do you agree? Would you agree, everyone? Ziba, are you still there? The fear, Marife, fear of not fitting in. Good one, Marife. Fear of aging. Nestle, good evening. Good evening. Hey, fear of funds, fear of not having enough funds. Yes, amazing. I love it. So, as women, we need more than men, we need the certainty. And if we are going to, make a transition or make a big transformation, we're going to have to let go of this. We're going to have to let go of this. We're going to have to shake this belief. Is it true? I mean, we are saying, I'm perfectionist, I'm a perfectionist, I'm a perfectionist, I'm a perfectionist. And meanwhile, the years of my life are going by and people are getting promoted and people are moving on in their life. Life is short. Life is short. Who cares? And you know what? The people we are most of the time thinking about, they would judge us. They're gonna say something or a word or write one word in Facebook or anything, and they forget all about you. People have a lot of worries and concerns and problems, for themselves. To you think they're going to spend, it's going to be maybe a minute or two as you pass by on Facebook or anything, and then they forget all about you. What matters is what you think about you. What do you want to think about you? Don't you want to think that, yeah, hell yeah, I'm capable. Hell yeah, I'm gonna do it. And what if this is my life? What if I try and fail? Right? Do you don't want to take those regrets to the end of life, right? Yeah. Uh, Amazing, amazing. Is this life for women only? No, no, not for women only. It's for everyone. I'm just seeing a lot of female names. Ataf, you are very welcome, and Muhammad Ibrahim, and anyone. Absolutely, this is for everyone. This is for everyone. So, first of all, the seeking certainty. Most of the time we say, oh, I need the evidence that I will be successful before I jump. That's seeking certainty. You want to be certain. You want to see the evidence of your success before you even get started. That's not how it goes. That's not very realistic. The second thing we in general need is a sense, and I think all of you are right. You said acceptance, you said approval, you said others, you said the go ahead from family, and so on and so forth. And that's validation. Validation. You need that tap on the back to say, yeah, go ahead and do it. Because as kids, we were all the time, kind of afraid of taking risks. We were not encouraged to take risks. You see, be careful, don't do this. Be careful, don't do that. Be careful of this. Be careful, you will fall. Be careful, you will fall. So they buy us the bicycle, and when we get on the bicycle and we start falling, they start they start getting so afraid that we ourselves become afraid. You see what I mean? So these things, don't do that because you will fall. Don't do that because da, da, da. These are the parents and the adults in our life own fears. It's their own fears that they are projecting on us. And they do it enough times. And now we have a mechanism in our head that's telling us, be afraid. Don't spend your money before you are 100%. I need to be 100% sure before I jump. I need to be 100% sure about this. You know, successful people who, throughout the recorded history of humanity, the people who achieved a lot, who achieved great things, who achieved amazing things, they are people who took stakes on their life. They took a chance, they took risk. When the Wright brothers, decided that they are going to fly and open, the level of awareness to flying in the world, they were the only one who believed that was possible. Everybody else was laughing at them. They were laughing at these two bicycle mechanics who are trying to take a piece of junk, fly up in the air. Until the day, I think it was 1913, where they flew for, I think, 12 seconds or something up in the air, the first, very, very, very first time. And then even the Nobel Prize guy for physics who said it's impossible for something that is heavier than air to fly up the air, you know, this is a Nobel Prize, and he did not believe in flying up in the air. But two bicycle mechanics believed they can fly in the air, bicycle mechanics. And they flew in, I think the date is correct, 1913. They flew for a few seconds, and then, okay, now even the Nobel Prize guy said, okay, so this is a piece of junk, a piece of metal that they made a fly up in the air. And now, what do we have? We open the next level of awareness. What is the level of awareness? What is the goal that you want to open and expand your mind to? What is it? What is it? Dare to go in there. Now, certainty, there's absolutely no certainty. Every certainty you are going to get is in the putting. You put something, there's no such a thing as give me the fire and then I'll collect the wood. No, no, you have to put in the work and then you get the results, you know. And the second thing, of course, it's the validation. When this is something about the dreamers, people who have goals, people who have dreams, people who want to materialize, and they seek validation. They look around and they say, I wish somebody gives me a sign that I am on the right track. I'm on the right track, and then I will jump. Nobody is going to give you the right sign. You give it to yourself. When you look around and you have a dream and you have a goal that is so big, you are going to look around and you are not going to see anybody validating your goal. Keep it to yourself and move on. And you will wake up one day and there it is. Your goal has materialized. So at the beginning, when you have goals, nobody is going to see it because this is your goal, for God's sake. This is your goal, right? So nobody is going unless you have somebody who is really, who believes, who knows how goals happen. Well, I'm exceeding the time every time with you guys. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Fear of not having enough time. Muhammad Ibrahim, yes, totally. There is no certainty. So, one last thing, absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. If you look around and you don't see proofs of that your goal is possible, it doesn't mean that your goal is not there. So, Ziba, my friend, and anyway, Ilham is here. Ziba, hello, hello, hello. Slati Hajar is here. Hello, good evening, everyone. Jumana Tahir, sunshine, sunshine. Hey, hey, hey. Yes, 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 yes. Absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. I will leave you with this thought. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Perfectionist. Is that something I want to keep with me? Have a great, great evening, everyone. Bye bye.